Egotastic FunTime.
Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to Talking The Orville on Egotastic FunTime. Today, we're gonna have a great time talking about the Season 2 premiere date for UK fans of The Orville, as well as look at the latest crop of promotional cast pictures of the upcoming season. Oh wait, this bit of news is for the UK audience and they're from like a different country, so I have to speak their language so they can understand what I'm saying. But what language do English people speak? Damn it! I knew I should have paid attention in World Civ class. Okay guys, I only speak American, so I'll just have to put subtitles or something at the bottom of the screen so people in the UK can understand me. Okay, here we go. Oi, you lot! Me, JP! JP, my name, JP. You name, UK. UK. Me tell you, the Orville Season 2. I mean, Series 2. This many too. Coming back on telly on January 10th, 2019 on Thursday. And it will be even more good than before. You watch, yes? Alright, that went pretty well and it wasn't even offensive at all. Okay, American viewers, you can come back now. I informed the United K's when the Orville will be airing in their part of the world. Now we can get back to having an egotastic fun time and look at the latest promotional pics for the cast of the Orville Season 2 that was just released this week. Oh wait, but I don't have the pictures here in the studio on me, so I guess we're gonna have to bring this whole show over there, and we have no choice but to go to the Ego-puter. Let's go! Alright, you guys, here we are back at the Ego-puter TM, and I have all the new cast character photos just released this week for Season 2 of the Orville, as well as a really cool poster that was just released. I got all these pics from the Planetary Union Network's Twitter account, which is a great resource for anything having to do with the Orville, so I highly recommend checking them out if you're on Twitter. Check me out too, Egotastic FT. Now, a couple weeks ago, this new promotional poster was just released by Fox to help spread the word that Season 2 is coming soon. I mean, we're basically only a few weeks away, plus a couple more weeks, but it's coming. Oh, here, let me take me off the screen here so you can really see the entire crew. The Orville comes back after Sports Ball on December 30th if you're in America, and they've brilliantly been using this tagline which says, "Back by universal demand," which I think is a great line because after all, universally, people seem to be more excited about the Orville returning with its second season as opposed to another sci-fi show that I won't name here in this episode because this is the Orville's time. The Orville's time down here. So now let's get into the new cast photos and I'll try to say a little something about each character, something that I know is going to be going on with them next season. Starting with Captain Ed Mercer, Seth MacFarlane himself, you guys. Now you can see the new like metallic badges here. They look really cool. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. So we got these metal badges opposed to like, I guess they used to be kind of cloth or plasticky, and there was the color of whatever the color of the uniform was. But anyway, these are really great. It's a small change, but it really like ups the look of the show, I think you would agree. And the epaulets have a metallic finish on them as well, and they, you know, they're metal all around the sides here as opposed to, they used to be darker around the edges. Now here's something I wanted to point out really quick too, is that besides the rank here, you know, he has the 4 bars, yeah, bars is what you want to call it, the 4 bars. Ed also has these like characters here like etched into the sides and this little slash thing. Now he's had that last season as well, in his old epaulets, his shoulder pads. He had it ever since he got promoted to captain. Now I don't know what they say. I have no idea if it's just like a serial number that says the Orville on it. I have no idea. It shows that he's the captain, but none of the other characters on the show have this at all. So if you know what these means, if you know what these characters means, please let me know in the comments or in a secret message. Next season, I know that the Admiralty is extremely pleased with Ed's performance as captain, but that he's kind of down in the dumps, at least at the beginning of the season. Probably having to do with the fact that he and Kelly aren't together anymore, but they kind of want to be, but they can't. It's like better for everybody if they're not. But we also know that he gets separated from the ship at some point and has some sort of adventure on an alien world where he has to fight for survival and find his way back to the ship. I'm guessing he has to like build some sort of communicator ray, and so he can send out a signal, hey, help me guys, and then they'll come and save him in the last minute. Should be pretty badass. Next up, we have second in command Officer Kelly Grayson, played by Adrienne Palicki. In the promo pics for last season, Kelly had kind of like a wavy hair thing going on, but now she has a straight hair look, and I think it makes her look pretty tough, like she's in charge. And it's great for someone that's in command. It's a good look. I mean, I find Kelly to be the most relatable character for me personally, and that I really understand her hopes and her fears and where she's coming from. And if I was serving aboard the ship, I'd trust her instincts, whatever situation we found ourselves in. And she keeps Ed grounded, so she's pretty dang important. Next season, while the Admiralty is pleased with Captain Mercer's performance, they're actually not happy with Kelly. Probably having to do with like the few situations that happened last season. Like in Mad Idolatry, it was absolutely her fault that the entire civilization built their society around her, like worshiping her as a deity. She was also in charge of the away mission in Majority Rules, where John almost got lobotomized for disrespecting a highly regarded statue by the planet's people. I mean, it technically wasn't her fault at all, but dims the brakes when you're the one in charge. If something goes wrong, even if it's not your fault, you are in charge, so you're going to get the blame. Now here's Bortus, played by Peter Macon, and as per usual, he's looking like a total badass. But I also have a picture of Clyden that they gave us, which might show that Clyden's more important next season, which is pretty cool, because we love Clyden. Now he's played by Chad Coleman. Now, of course, these two are the Mocklin couple aboard the Orville with their baby Topa, who, when we finally see again next season, Topa will be the equivalent of an 8-year-old child, and he'll be attending elementary school on Earth. Now, I'm guessing Bortus and Clyden decided they wanted their child raised in a more diverse society as opposed to an all-Mocklin, single-gendered school. We also know that Clyden and Bortus are going to be trying to repair their relationship that has been on the rocks ever since last season in the episode About a Girl, where they were at odds with each other on whether or not Topa, who was born a female, should undergo a transgender operation in order to make her at the time conform to Mocklin society. Now, Topa is now a boy, so you can guess how that story ended. Though I assume you watched it if you're watching this show. But hey, if you just want to get caught up, no worries. You can do that here at Egotastic FunTime. So we also know that Bortus and Clyden are going to be having this crazy scene next season with Clyden and Bortus doing some kinky stuff in the environmental simulator as an attempt to spice things up in their love life. Next, we have John Lamar, played by Jay Lee, and Gordon Malloy, played by His Majesty Scott Grimes. They both look like two guys that I'd love to hang out with. Now, I don't know what hijinks John and Gordon are going to be getting into this season, but I do know that we're going to learn a lot more about both of these gentlemen, their histories, what makes them tick, what they're passionate about. So we're going to learn stuff like that. Also, I think Gordon might get into some sort of trouble with Ed at the end of the season, and he gets a talking to, but I don't know like what that's about. I mean, maybe perhaps it's just Gordon has something serious going on and he needs to talk to Ed about it. Dr. Claire Finn, played by Penny Johnson-Gerald. Claire had some really great performances in season 1, especially in Into the Fold, Cupid's Dagger, and Firestorm. So I expect to see more great things from her next season. Now, I do know that she's going to have some sort of life-changing event happen to her next season, but we don't have any details as of yet as what that is. Many are thinking that Claire might get pregnant next season, which would be pretty interesting. It'll be the second baby born aboard the Orville in 2 seasons, which is another great thing that brings hope and uplifts the show in general. people are having babies on the ship, you guys. I mean, there are families aboard, and they're leading these happy lives on a starship in space in the 25th century. They're explorers seeking out new life and new civilizations and boldly going where no one's gone in the better part of 2 decades. So it's nice. It's a nice show. It's a nice change from what we've been getting. Now here's the promotional pic for the Orville's resident android, Isaac, played by British actor Mark Jackson. Isaac comes from a race of cybernetic beings called the Kalon, and we're actually going to be learning a lot more about Isaac's people in Season 2. I'm seriously hoping we get to take a visit to the Kalon homeworld to learn more about it. I mean, what I find so interesting about Isaac, you guys, is that unlike Commander Data, who his main driving force was to one day become a real boy, Isaac is interested in learning about humans because that's his job, that's his assignment from his people. That's what they told him to do. But throughout last season, you can really tell that he's getting a lot more out of this experience than he ever intended. So I think he's great. Well, look who decided to show up for picture day, you guys. Here's Lara Katan, played by Halston Sage, who's been replaced by Jessica Zor within the first few episodes of the season. So there's really no point in talking about her, even though we love her. Boom. And last, but certainly not least, I've saved the best for last, you guys. Here is the latest promo poster that was just released. And this thing looks amazing. The entire crew in a painted style. They're standing on the shuttle bay. This is just incredible. I mean, it's high quality too. It's like the show is giving us, the fans, a free wallpaper or something like that. There's not even any advertising on it. It doesn't say like the Orville or backed by Universal Demand or December 30th after sports ball. It's just a beautiful rendering of the crew that we all love so much because these are amazing people. We can't wait to join them on their adventures again next season. And I love how confident this poster is. I mean, it doesn't have any ads on it. It just shows that Fox Studios and production are confident in the show. It respects the fans, and it's thankful for our support. I, for one, am going to have this thing printed up this week on foam board, like real nice and big, and I'm going to put it on the wall behind me. Because just like the Orville itself, it's a gift. These new Orville Season 2 promotional pictures are really great because...
Stupid bastard!
Damn it, Angry Nerd Troll. What are you even doing here? I thought you were upstairs eating a turkey dinner with your family today.
I was, JP, but they pissed me off because they're all stupid bastards, so I left.
Come on, Angry Nerd Troll. That's your family, dude. I'm sure they're lovely people, just like you.
They're a bunch of nerf herders. My Uncle Charles said I spend way too much time playing computer games and that I should go outside and make friends. What does he know?
Oh no, he said he should go outside and make friends? What a horrible thing to say.
Exactly. I hang out with my friends all the time on World of Warcraft. Does he think it's so easy to run point on a 16-man raid with only one healer on the team with low-level armor? I'd like to see him not crap his pants when a coven of spider witches are dampening his ability to gain mana with a fire ogre breathing down his neck. Who has time to leave the house when an entire guild is looking to you for guidance? Stupid Uncle Charles, I hope he dies!
Damn, Angry Nerd Troll, you're angrier than usual today.
I didn't even get to eat any turkey because they didn't cut it yet before I came down here, and I love turkey. It's so juicy.
Oh, I see what's going on here. You're hangry, Nerd Troll, right now. Here, bud, have a Snickers.
A Snickers? Well, I guess.
There, you feeling better, bud?
Oh yeah, much better. Thanks, JP, you wonderful bastard. Well, I better go back upstairs. Family's important, you know.
Whoa, Snickers really does satisfy. I wonder if it works on chicks. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it. How about you? What do you think of these new promos compared to last season? When do you think we're going to get the Jessica Zor Tala images released? Also, what other characters from the show would you like to see pictures made and released for? I, for one, am hoping they release a pic of Lieutenant Dan, because he's the best. Are you going to be watching the Season 2 premiere of the Orville on December 30th or January 10th? You can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me, you guys. I'll see you very soon, and as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye!
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will you'll find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your 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 money.